Now moving on, let us go to the general tab and let us first define the beams and the columns. For that, let us go to the property option over here. Left click on the property that is already here. Alright. Now let us define the beams and the columns. Click on define. And we will be defining the rectangular beams and the columns. You can define the circular columns if you want. Let's go to the rectangular option and let us define the beams first. I will choose the lower values this time so that we can get the prominent shear force and the bending moment diagrams. The depth I will choose will be 150 mm, that is 0.15 meters, and the width I will choose as 100 mm or 0.1 meters. That is a very small size of beam, and click on add after that. Let us define the columns. The column I'll choose of 150 by 150 mm. Yeah, that will be sufficient, and after that click on add, and after that click on close. Here we have defined the beam and we have defined the column. Now what we do, we assign the beam and column to our frame members. First, let us select the beams. You can either individually select these beams, or what you can do, you can go to select option over here, and after that go to beams. Okay, let us save. Again go to select option over here. After that go to beams parallel to option, and you can see that the beams mean actual beams. So here beams refers to the beams and the columns both, but our beams are parallel to the X and the Z direction. How? Because you can see that this direction is our X direction, and this is X, and this is our Z direction, and you can see that these four beams, these two beams are parallel to the X direction, and these two beams are parallel to the Z direction. Similarly, if you have got multiple beams like 100 beams, all those beams will be parallel to the X and the Z direction, and the columns will be parallel to the Y direction. You can see the Y direction is in this way. So these four columns will be parallel to the Y direction, which means that to choose the beams you have to select beams parallel to X and the Z direction, and to choose the columns you have to select beams parallel to the Y direction. Let us go to Start Pro and let us go to select, and over here choose beams parallel to and click on the X. After that go to select again and go to beams parallel to again and click on Z. Here we have selected the beams. Okay, so I should have selected this option first. It will just go away. Okay, so I'll select this. It has gone again. Go to select, go to beams parallel to X again, go to select, go to beams parallel to Z. You just do this, and here make sure that it is assigned to the selected beams option has been checked, and click on assign, and after that click on yes. And you can see that the R1 means the rectangular section 1 has been assigned to the beams. After assigning the beams, now let us assign the columns. For that, select this option, rectangle 0.15 by 0.15. After that, go to select, go to beams parallel to, and click on Y option. You can see that all the columns have been selected. If you have 1000 columns, all those 1000 columns would have been selected. Now what we do, we use this option assign to the selected beams and click on assign. After that click on yes. You can see that the rectangular section 2 has been assigned to the columns. So guys, this is it for this video. I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.